Okay, so welcome back to the channel, and in this video we will be creating this part using AutoCAD 3D. Now, we can find another way of creating some of these counterbore circles, and just to kind of give you a preview of that, we will use the revolve command if you wanted to do them all in one step. But since we're using extrusion, we're going to be creating these counterbores in 2 steps. So let's go ahead and jump over to AutoCAD and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this back to the Home tab. Let's turn the grid off. We're going to turn our ortho on. We'll take a look at our running O-snaps, and then we'll take a look at our workspace. And you can see I'm using the 3D modeling. Okay, we're going to start off with a circle. Go ahead and place that circle here. It has a diameter of 70. Let's go ahead and zoom the extents. Alright, now I'm going to start off by creating my other circles here, right? This first circle is on a bolt circle that is 54. So I'm just going to draw a line from this center, going up a distance of 54 divided by 2. And then once I get to the top of that, I'll just go ahead and create a circle. And it's going to have a diameter of 8.6. And I actually made that a radius, but I'll go ahead and select it, do a right click and go to the quick properties and make the diameter 8.6. Okay, let's go ahead and delete that line there. It looks like I accidentally deleted more than I needed to. Let's go ahead and delete that line there. Okay. Next, we have a circle that's sitting at 32. So I'll go here. I'm just going to draw a line from this center, going up a distance of 32 divided by 2. Then I'll create a circle here that has a diameter of 5. And then I'll create another circle here that has a diameter of 10. So that's going to be my counterbore circle there. And then we have one more circle here in the middle, which is 16. So I'll go ahead and find that circle here. Let's make the diameter 16. Okay. Next, we're going to use the polar array. I'll go ahead and select that circle there. Let's go from this center. We're going to have 4 of these. So we're going to change the item number to 4. And then we're going to make sure that our associativity is turned off, which is that button here. Then I'll hit the close array. I'll come back by selecting enter. That's going to take me back to the last command. I'll select these 2 circles. Go ahead and hit enter. Select the center here. And then I have 6 of these. Once again, I verify that the associativity is turned off. Then I close the creation, right? Alright. Next, let's go ahead and make this look in an isometric view. And then I'll use the extrude command. So I'm going to start off by extruding this outside circle. And I'll send this down a height of 10. Now what I should have done is actually brought in those other circles, but that is fine. Let's go ahead and extrude some other circles here. So I'm going to go back and use the extrude command. And let's see, I accidentally picked the wrong thing here. Let's go ahead and do this command again. So I'm going to extrude. And what I need to select, and I'll switch it back to the top view, it's going to be all of these circles except for the ones in the middle. So to deselect these, I'm just going to hold down the control button. No, better yet, the shift button on my keyboard, not the control button, the shift button. And that's going to deselect all of these ones in the middle. So you'll notice that if I take back a look at this in an isometric view, and it looks like it deselected. I was hoping that it would keep my selection, but let's go ahead and do that again. It somehow took them out. And they might be there. It's still saying that I'm resuming, but I don't trust it. Let's go back to the extrude command. Selecting all of this. I'm holding down the shift button and I'm deselecting all of these points here. I just want to deselect the big circles here. There we go. And one more circle here I'll deselect. Okay. So these are going to be all the ones that I'm going to deselect, and just to recap it, it's this big cylinder that's on the outside, and then it's the bigger circles on the inside and the one in the middle. Go ahead and hit enter. Let's change this sideways. Okay, and I'm going to send all of these parts down a distance of, let's make it a longer distance. 10 is the minimum. So let's go ahead and send it down 20. And I was actually meaning to extrude this line down here too. So let's go ahead and extrude that one down as well, a distance of 20. Okay. Next, I'm going to go back to the extrude command, and this might be a little hard to see. And it's going to be hard to select if I put it in any other visuals, but I'm going to try to select them here. And hopefully you can see the ones that I'm selecting. So I want to select all of these circles here. So it should be 6 of them total. I'm looking down here on my command line, and I do have 6. I'll go ahead and hit the enter button, and then I'm just going to bring these down a distance of 5. Okay, so now everything is ready to be subtracted. I'm just going to take a look at this from the front view side. I'll go ahead and choose the subtract. Remember, we start off by selecting the object I want to keep. I'll go ahead and hit enter, and then I'm just going to go right across here, and that's going to get all of those components for me, and then I'll hit enter, right? So when I take back a look at this in an isometric view, and then I move it to a shades of gray, you're going to see that I have some holes punched into this. Okay, let's go ahead and put it back at a wireframe. Next, I'll come back with the subtract command again. I'll select this big outside cylinder. Go ahead and hit enter. And then I'm going to select these circles that I previously selected before, and I extrude it down a distance of 5. So once they light up, they should be able to be selected. One more. Let's go ahead and hit the enter button. And then when I take a look at this in shades of gray, it should look a lot different now. So you can see now I do have those counterbore circles there. All right, the last step I need to do is go ahead and put a chamfer on the end of these. So I'm going to switch to the solid tab here. I'll go to chamfered edge, set my distance, which is going to be 0.5, hit enter, then it'll be 0.5 again, enter. And now I'm going to select all the edges that I want, right? So I'm going to select these edges, and I should have 11 of them. Just kind of work our way around. Let's see the ones on the outside. And I wish there was a way that I could actually do a pattern on these. And like I said in the intro, if we did this with a revolve, then yes, I could have. But since we're working on extrusions work best on this one. Okay, so there's all of my chamfers. Excuse me, I'll hit enter once to show it, and then one more enter to accept it, right? So that should be this part totally completed. I'm just going to rotate it around and get it back in an isometric for us. All right, so there's that part using AutoCAD 3D. Now, it's a little bit tougher to create those counterbores as we don't have a command built in. So we got to create multiple cylinders and subtract them from our main body in order to create those. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, and keep drafting.